Hello everybody, a little video here, the runner in you, part 2. First of all, I'm in the Czech Republic here. I take care of my brother. He ended up in an issue of the hospital. He's here, and this is the reason why I'm here. So if you can send some love, light, and prayers our way into our family so we can kind of like helping out. So tomorrow they have to do some surgery on him. Hopefully everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be fine. Zoet, um, and I will be gladly appreciate if you guys did that for us, and we'll thank you from my family in advance. But what I'm gonna be talking about this is because quite a few times when I was talking to Twin Flames in the recent days, I see the part of people asking, well, Dio, what I'm running from. I know I'm running for something. I don't know what I'm running from. Dio, what's going on with this part as a runner that I do in me? I understand my twin flame is running. I watched your video, but what should I do? What I have to do? And number one thing that I want to kind of like giving you a heads up about the running part of you is to pay attention to the one thing. When you say, I cannot do this, you've reached that part of inside of you of the limitations. You reach this part of limitations that you say, I can't. But if you need to evolve and expand inside of you, when you find a way, what is stopping me about my limitations, what this limitation is, you go ahead and put it on a piece of paper what that limitation is. So what I'm running from this limitation? Oh, I'm running because of reason 1. Then what is my reason 2? Then my reason 3 and reason 4. And then you're going to begin to break it down from reason 1. You look at the reason 1 because this is the first one you actually see it, that it comes into you, and you look at that reason. Probably that's going to be a three-dimensional connection of whatever the reason is. Something has to do with the 3D, not from your mental process or not from your understanding because the twin flame into. Then you look at the reason number 2. The reason number 2 is going to be probably a little bit more deep in yourself without you realizing what the reason 1 is. And you look at that reason 2, see why that reason 2 comes down. You may have to break down on 2 or 3 sub levels all this. Then you look at the reason 3, why you cannot. And now the way you says you cannot, I want you to look at it why I can, and see between why I can and why I cannot. What's the differences? What are you gonna gain? What are you gonna look? What are you going to see? What are you gonna be happening inside of you? Because when you move that limitations inside of you of the running part of the inner work, because that's what the runner part is inside of you, is you don't want to do that inner work. It could be some kind of crazy inner work that it's out of this world. Well, yes, it is out of this world because you're expanding your subconscious to become a conscious, and that won't be easy. That won't be easy for you to demolishing of thought processes that were passed from generations to generations to generations for thousands of years. They're actually inside of you. All these blockages, all those mental blockages that it's inside of you, that will be coming up. That could be the religion, that could be a culture, that could be a part of your physical appearance, that could be a part of the way you were into your social circle that you are. I mean, friends, family, and so on. And all of a sudden you find yourself different. And the worst part is that when you are different, the way you are is kind of like a hung down height, and don't communicate with nobody. And that is the reason too that you have to find someone that you're gonna be feel comfortable of talking to. What's going on inside of you? What is the situations inside of you that makes you to do this? Because within your own limitation, if you look at it, you're gonna ask someone how did they overcome that limitation. What did they did? You will seek, and if it's someone, hey, can you somebody help me how to let it go of my twin? And you just go ahead and tell, well, what do you hold on to your twin for? You try to hold on for someone who's running away from you. You have to let them go and don't chase them, because when they turn back, there's nobody chasing them anymore. They begin to question themselves. And when the part of let go is you begin to get in the focus and you begin to give the love that you give into your twin, you give into yourself. Now you're gonna feel more happy. You're gonna be feel more free. You're gonna be feel more not that much attachment. And this is why a lot of the people on the twin flames they're suffering is because of not realizing all this thought process that goes on along with the awakening of the soul. Because right now the soul is telling you, okay, you're gonna expand, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna follow the journey, go do your things. You already know, guys, what I'm talking about. And begins the synchronicity with that. Like for example, you go ahead and you say like, I have to work on my jealous, for example, and you see the word jealous, and all of a sudden you walk by a library and there is a book there, how to fix your jealous, and you're like, okay. So you go, you look at it there, and the answer you find it there. You open the book, just a simple sample page, right in the middle of the book, and you just read it, and the answer comes on. Zealot, or you go have a fear of dependency or codependency of whatever the situation inside of you, and you look at into it, because of you can't be free of old things if you don't face them. You have to face them. You have to break them down inside of you. You have to remove the limitations, and then you gotta find yourself free. And the first thing begins to free up. It's here. You need to understand that once the soul begins to wants to be free, wants to be doing the right thing, then the soul it's going to begin to override the system. You're going to have this little pitch noise in your ears. You all know what I'm talking about. Those are the high frequency, which is that's where the download comes in from the brain, so you can accept the vibrations. This is like a recording going on. Those who are twin flames and they know about those uploads, downloads. They know what I'm talking about. It's been known for years. And then work on yourself of giving yourself the time. Don't kind of like rush everything. Don't kind of like hurry up and everything. Take the time to work on yourself. Stop running from yourself. You are a twin flame. No more running. Because see you on your journey as a twin flame of it. I'll give you an example on it. You don't know how many people you can help. You don't know how many people you can affect life. And the worst part is the truth that it's inside of you. That truth that needs to come out. Once it comes out, the truth, it's open up your limitations of your thought processes. And when it opens those processes, then the subconscious begins to open more and more. Basically, you expand the capabilities inside of your brain. This is like somebody upgrade your phone, so you have right now more memory, so you can store more pictures. You can use the phone for more harder work, or you can use the phone for something. You to download videos and you have them with you. You don't have to go anything and anywhere. And that's what the updates are. But pay attention again of the things that you're telling yourself, I can't do this. Because the soul comes in and says like, well, if you can't do this, then we're going to put you on the right straight path, you to do it. And then if you don't fix the problem, then you cannot go ahead and move on. You can't just expand. And the universe is going to test you one time, next time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you begin to evolve, you'll begin to learn, and you will understand that whatever you did before, you won't be able to do it now, because now you already learned from the past mistakes. Now it's time for you to perform the mistakes. It's time for you to go ahead and perform your inner work. And you understand you're not going to run anymore from these parts. Running it from these parts is you, not somebody else, not your twin flame, not your co-workers, not your mother, not your father, none of the anything. You running it from you. And when you do that inner work of yourself, Zavet, be patient with yourself, be love to yourself. If somebody asks you certain things, now you don't react differently, and you're like, well, Dio, they don't understand me. The thing is, they don't understand you is because you begin to work out of the soul. The soul possessed understanding, and everybody accept you to act as ego. And the small talks of it, like they won't be making you excited anymore. You won't be socialized with the people. Like if you're a female and you know the right things, that they're like, oh, you know what? I just went out and I just bought those great shoes, and I know what? I believe you should have them too. I know I have 100 pairs, but this is the best one I got. And you heard that from before for each shoes that person bought. Or you can go to the man's, and the man's begins to talk about all those cars. It's like, man, you get that car, you can step down to the metal, to the pedal, and smoke the tires on it, and go and bump it. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some nitro in this car. You're just gonna fly. And you're like, oh my God, you getting all this. When you gonna work on you? When are you going to stop wasting the time of all this stuff and working on you so you can be happy? The whole part of the twin flame journey is you to be happy. First of all, you have to be happy for yourself, and internally is inside of you. And second of all, when somebody comes in and they want to give you love, now it's a bliss. It's not a happiness, because the happiness, it's internal job from you to yourself. If you can't be happy with yourself, guess what? You can't be happy with nobody else. And the biggest part there is the truth. The truth inside of you, it is the one who actually opened the doors in your subconscious mind. The truth, when you show it, when you talk to other people, the people, when they see the truth inside of you, the truth has a magic. The truth opens the other people so they can open up. And this is how, when you communicate with other twin flames, be the truth, and you're going to learn this part. You're going to learn these positions of how you to be the truth. And then you give the other twin flames their path so they can begin their truth. They begin to live their truth. But all begins first with you. It doesn't begin with somebody else. It doesn't begin with nobody else that they can do this job for you. You as a twin flame, it's the one who has to do it. And at the end of the day, that's how it goes. You try the run, you try the getting, and it's still there. Everything is still inside of you, not someplace else. It stays in your soul. You wake up with this, you walk with this, you work with this. Everything. You begin to expand that portions inside of you, then you understand it. You want to be happy as a twin flame? Do your inner work, but don't run from yourself. Please don't run from yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that will help you out, and be love. Be love.